What's up guys, Nolan here, and one of the biggest additions to come along with patch 12.7 today was the expansion of one of the oldest maps in Escape from Tarkov, Customs. We're going to break down the expansion and show off all of the new places to visit on the essentially new map. Now this isn't a loot guide, although I will point out the juicier stuff I've found as we go from building to building. The TLDR is that the entire map has been changed both physically and visually. There is about a 30% increase in map size with 5 new buildings and several weapons emplacements, including an AGS that can completely annihilate the entirety of the 2 dorms buildings if it wants to. The biggest changes to the dorms is that you can go through some of the windows now to help widen your options for entering and leaving. There's also a lot more debris in general around the dorms. The first of the 5 new buildings that I'll talk about is the building right next to ZB1011, which I'm now dubbing the ZB1011 building. This used to be empty, but it is now fully open with a bunch of loot inside, and you will for sure want to check this out on your way to the bunker extract. And if it's not because of the loot, it's because it's a great place for people to exit camp, so watch out. The second new building is Warehouse 4. The most significant addition is the power lever in the office closest to the shortcut building, because that allows you to use the new 013 bunker extract under the new construction building. Warehouse 4 is really cool with a large middle floor, a pretty empty basement, and a sniper's paradise top floor. The middle floor and basement has some side rooms and whatnot with nothing too interesting but a couple scattered loot and weapons crates. You can also get onto some jump spots and see out some of the broken windows for some cool sniper murder holes. The top floor has several of those holes in the windows that give you great sight lines on the surrounding areas that, for those of you looking to still complete Shooterborn in Heaven on Customs, should absolutely take advantage of. Building number 3 is the new construction building that has 3 floors. In the basement, you'll find the new 013 extract. In the middle floor, you can sometimes find Rashala and the boys, as their new spawn is around the generator room. Connected to that generator room is a USEC stash with some weapons crates, tech, and medical spawns. I would absolutely check this room out on your way through the new customs. Down the hall and around, there's another weapons crate that we call the RR weapons crate, because, you know, the RR can spawn in there, that you would want to check out too. If you head upstairs, you'll find 2 NSV heavy machine guns pointing at elbow, and the AGS that we've all seen by now pointing at the dorms. There's also scattered loot in the open, as well as in crates around this floor and the entire building in general, so keep an eye open if you're trying to rat. The 4th building is pretty bland. It's between the new construction and elbow, where you can find gas and mechanical spawns. It's really just one room with a little side step that goes up to a small area above it. I'm calling this one garage. The 5th building is what I'm calling medical, since every room is associated with medical research. There's some interesting sightlines through the broken windows, but be careful not to get stuck in here, since there's only 3 doors and all are pretty easy to camp from the surrounding area. Each room has some loose loot and your general medical spawns, but the most important thing you need to check is this room on the 2nd floor. This room with the double doors has loads of intel spawns, and I've found at least 2 in here every time that I've checked. It's nuts. There's also, of course, other stuff that spawns in there. There's also 2 filing cabinets if you want to check that out as well. Other than the dorms changes and the 5 new buildings, there are loads of small shacks, cars, and train cars scattered around, but nothing I've found is significant enough to call it out in this video. For some side notes, watch out for the old construction area, because there's a machine gun there now that can see the entire bridge area. Scavs can apparently mount these weapons too now, so yeah, that's a thing. There's a sniper field on the far edge of the new customs area. If you walk out too far, you will get gunned down, just like on reserve. If you want to move from the east of the map to the new customs area, you have to use the old container shortcut, or this door. That's it. So keep that in mind when you're trying to move through. If you're trying to go from west to east, you can jump this wall at Warehouse 4 though, just not vice versa unless you have someone that you can jump on their back. There's a bunch of general loot scattered around too, but everything worth mentioning was shown in the footage that you saw. If you guys really want a loot guide, let me know. Otherwise, I have other videos that I really should get to first. Speaking of, stay tuned for more videos on 12.7. I have a bunch up already and many more are to come, and you can find all of that in my development playlist right here. If you guys like this video, then you know the drill. I really appreciate the people who do. If you are too busy playing 12.7, then I hope you're enjoying it, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.